Jason.
Alright, so everyone checks out the recruitment process. I want you all to close your eyes, think about a time you've been let down. Not something small, pretty big. Something you've been dreaming about for a while. This is what happened to me in my process with recruitment. So what is the recruitment process? So at some point in every athlete's life, they decide, do I want to play a college sport or do I not? It's pretty young now. You decide in middle school. You either join a travel team, you start going to certain tournaments, you send certain emails to coaches, and you spend a lot of money just to get the shot to talk to a coach. So what stinks about the recruitment process? The NCAA transfer portal and how much mayhem it is. People are just going in and out with no regard, and there's no penalty for it. NIL. These young kids are getting millions of dollars for what they've done. Social media has taken a big part, and their social media presence is more important than their actual athletic ability. COVID. I mean, it's affected everything, so of course that will affect the recruitment process and the eligibility that all of these athletes have gained. And reclassifying. Reclassifying is when you're a high school athlete and you either go to a post-grad year, you go to a boarding school, or a prep school. So for instance, if we were seniors and we wanted to take a post-grad year, we'd be seniors again next year. So this isn't fair for a kid like me who's already young, 6-7 months younger than some of you, because I'm born in October, and now these kids get to go back a year, so they're a year and a half ahead of me, but they're technically in the same group. So all of these things ruin this poor kid a shot at playing college baseball. So the transfer portal. There used to be a rule where if you entered the transfer portal, the year you got to your new college, you had to sit out. So that's what happened in 2018. If you look here, there are only 17 names in the transfer portal. You jump forward a year and you go to 2019. 1,100 kids enter the transfer portal. So coaches are saving about 5 to 10 scholarships annually on just staying in the transfer portal instead of actually going to high school events and recruiting. Then COVID happened, another 1,000 jumped in. So now there's about 2,100 kids in the transfer portal. These kids are getting lost, and coaches are only focused on these transfer kids because they've actually played games. So this is what coaches look like. They're like hawks on their computer. They only care about the transfer portal. These kids have played on these college fields, and why would he go recruit a high school athlete if he's never been on a college field? You don't know how he's going to play. You don't know how he's going to handle all of it. So you're going to stick to these transfer portal kids who are older. They probably have the same amount of eligibility, and they're going to be better, bigger, stronger. So here's my solution. You make transfer portal dead periods. A dead period would be one week or 2 weeks out of the month where you just shut down the transfer portal. No one can enter and coaches can't work. This would mean coaches actually have to do their own recruiting. They have to put on recruiting events, actually answer the high school kids' emails, and go out and start their own recruiting events. So COVID eligibility. If you look here, from 2019-2020 spring all the way to 2021 winter, everyone got an extra year because COVID shut down everything. Then if you look closely on 2021 spring, D3 and JUCO kids got an extra year, so they have 2 years now. So we're from a small town in Brewster, not too many kids are going to these high major D1 schools. A lot of us are looking at the D3 range. So now these kids have 2 years extra eligibility, right? So a kid like me, who's a senior in high school, is basically competing with the junior in college because we're going to have the same amount of eligibility. The incoming juniors are going to have 4 years because they have 6 years total to play. So now they have 4 years left as a junior, and I will have my 4 years left next year too. So how would it be fair? Kids are going to be 2 years older, much bigger, much faster, much stronger, and so there would be obviously no point in a coach picking me up instead of just sticking with the junior they already have. So on top of coaches saving 5 to 10 scholarships annually on the transfer portal, they're also going to save more because of this COVID eligibility. So this leaves me looking like this, all sad because now I have no chance of making it, and all these other kids are just going to play their 6 years while I'm stuck in 4. So if you think about it, should I have gotten an extra year? I mean, my freshman year we had 3 days of tryouts, then our season got shut down. Same thing that happened with these COVID athletes in college. So what makes them different from us to where they get their extra year, sometimes even 2 years, and I haven't gotten an extra year? Whether I got my extra year in high school eligibility or college eligibility, I feel like I should have been awarded with something. Because as a freshman in high school, there are many opportunities to get recruited now as it's starting so young. I mean, there are 7th and 8th graders getting committed to certain schools now. So So obviously COVID at some point is going to end. It's pretty much over now. So what do we do if it happens again? Do you give no one eligibility, or do you give the high school and the college extra eligibility? If you give both eligibility, at some point someone's going to get the short end of the stick. Either the middle schoolers, or at some point someone's getting the short end of the stick for having the no eligibility compared to the people above them that are going to have that eligibility. Or do you give no one extra eligibility? As much as it sucks that your year gets taken away, you have to deal with it. You can't be giving everyone eligibility because, like I said, at some point someone's getting the short end of the stick in the situation. NIL, name, image, and likeness. A couple of years ago, you were not able to make money off your name as a college athlete. You were not able to even have YouTube accounts. You were not able to make money off Twitter, Instagram, whatever it was. But now they changed that. Last year they made a rule where you could actually make money off of yourself. College athletes are getting paid millions of dollars for getting emails from these ad companies, and you're able to pump out ads as much as they want. They're getting X amount of dollars. So Miami, they had a basketball player make $400,000 for the 2 years that he played there. That's ridiculous, right? Social media, this is the problem. Apps like Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest. All these are places where you could put ads for these companies, and this is how they're making money. So social media presence is now more important than actual athletic ability. If you're able to make your college money, why wouldn't they want you? Look at someone like Bronny James. Some people say he's not that good, some people say he's great, but either way, he has a huge social media presence. He has over millions of followers, and so now why wouldn't any school in the country want him? Tickets are going to sell. Concession stands are going to make so much more money because so many more people are there. I mean, you could probably even raise your tuition costs. I mean, Bronny James goes to your school. LeBron James is going to be in the stand. Who isn't going to want to be there? So everyone's rebelling. NCAA transfer portal. You need it because sometimes things actually happen. Maybe something with your family goes wrong. You have to transfer back closer to home. Maybe something with the coach or the team. You won't get any playing time. Sometimes things happen. You just need to put regulations, as I said, like the dead period, on it so kids aren't getting either lost in the transfer portal, or high school students aren't getting stuck in high school and not making it to the next level. NIL. As crazy as it is, I guess it's fair that kids are making money. With all the hours they've put in, how would it not be fair that they don't make something out of it? But the thing is, millions of dollars for these kids are teaching them more about greed than integrity, and too much is going on for them. And now coaches are more worried about how much money their schools can make rather than how good their team could be. COVID. Although it's over, it could happen again. You just have to be conscious that someone's getting the short end of the stick, or do you just give everyone the short end of the stick? Like I said, it gives no one eligibility. And reclassifying. Sometimes you reclassify because a kid like me, who I said is 6 months younger than anyone else in the grade, it's a little bit unfair. So maybe a kid should reclassify just to get a little bit bigger, stronger, more confident, etc. So how's this all affected me? I played on multiple travel teams, paid thousands and thousands of dollars to go to certain tournaments, stay in hotels, paid toll fees, driven thousands of miles, and I never got the correct shot at playing college baseball. Although you could say it's fair, maybe I didn't work hard enough, but I think that all of these things factored into it. As a former aspiring athlete, I'm devastated for the younger kids because the path we're going, I see this only getting worse. Thank you. That is my TED Talk.